Hello and good morning. Here is the news at 10. First, the highlights. Lagos State government moves to regulate sales of herbal products, traditional practices on social media platforms. President Tinubu orders stiffer actions against illegal miners. And foreign in U.S., Egypt, Qatar call on Israel and Hamas to resume ceasefire talks. And in sports, Nigeria's track queen Tobi Amuso returns for Paris Olympics 100-meter semi-final event. And now the details. I am Mike James. The Lagos State Consumer Protection Agency, LASCOPA, and the Lagos State Traditional Medicine Board, LSTMB, have agreed to set up a joint technical committee to map out strategies to regulate the safe sales of herbal products and traditional practices, particularly on social media platforms. The technical committee will identify and take action against vendors who sell unregistered products, ensuring that they are either brought into compliance or removed from the market space. Both agencies reached their agreement during a visit by officials of LASCOPA, led by its General Manager Falabi Sholibo, to the Lagos State Traditional Medicine Board, LSTMB. LASCOPA General Manager said the visit became necessary in a bid to curb the rampant sales of unregistered herbal drugs, particularly on social media platforms, emphasizing the growing concern over the proliferation of unregistered and potentially harmful herbal medicines being marketed online. He noted that the ease of access to these unregulated products poses significant health risks to consumers, adding that the collaboration between the two agencies will ensure the safety and well-being of Lagos residents and Nigeria at large. And as past Registrar of the Lagos State Traditional Medicine Board, Babatunde Adele, welcomes the initiative and expressed the board's readiness to collaborate with LASCOPA. Adele highlighted the importance of regulating the traditional medicine sector to ensure that practitioners adhere to established standards and that only safe, approved products are made available to the public. A comprehensive study backed by the Gates Foundation has provided a roadmap for enhancing service delivery and tackling health challenges in Lagos State. The groundbreaking research, supported by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, has revealed new opportunities for improving healthcare delivery across Lagos State. The findings, unveiled during a dissemination meeting in Alausa, Ikeja, have been lauded by key stakeholders, including the Commissioner for Health, Aki Abayomi, and the Special Advisor to the Governor on Health, Kemi Ogunyemi, as they both described it as a vital step towards a more resilient and effective healthcare system in the state. Focusing on health behaviors, access, and service utilization across newly established health districts, the study offers a thorough assessment of the current healthcare landscape. By identifying both strengths and areas for improvement, the research paves the way for strategic enhancement to better serve the residents of Lagos. In his remarks at the event, Abayomi commended the research as an essential tool for guiding future health interventions, emphasizing that the research has uncovered critical insights into the health needs of the population, allowing the state government to tailor its health services more effectively. The Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission is set to amend the Domestic Crude Supply Obligations (DSCO) Regulations 2023. The Commission stated this in a notice signed by the Chief Executive of the NUPRC, Gbenga Komolafe. According to the NUPRC, the National Data Repository Regulations will also be reviewed, as it has the intention of consulting stakeholders for their input. It enjoined stakeholders to download and review the proposed regulations, adding that all submissions must be made using the format accessible through a link on its site. This is coming amid alleged non-compliance of crude producers with the current DSCO regulation. President Bola Tinubu has appointed new governing councils for the Maritime Academy of Nigeria in Oro, Akwa Ibom State, and the Nigerian College of Aviation Technology in Zaria, Kaduna State. The appointees are expected to contribute to the advancement of these institutions through dedicated and integrity-driven service. In a statement released by the Special Advisor to the President on Media and Publicity, Ajuri Ingelale. President Tinubu emphasized the importance of enhancing the structural, academic, and overall standards of the institutions under the guidance of the newly appointed boards. The president urged the members to carry out their duties with commitment and integrity to achieve these goals. And now to the rest of the stories. President Bola Tinubu has directed the security agencies to intensify their crackdown on illegal miners, which are called exploiters and scavengers in Nigeria's mining sector. Tinubu said his administration will ensure that companies engaged in mineral exploration prioritize the health and safety of Nigerians and the host communities. He also expressed concern about the well-being of those living near mining areas and called for the safe exploration. The president gave the new marching orders when he received a presentation titled Harnessing the Mining Industry for Enhanced National Security and Development, Strategic Options for Nigeria by 2035 by calls 32 participants of the National Defense College in Abuja. The calls 32 participants were tasked with researching topical national issues and their findings during their 11-month study focused on the mining industry's potential to contribute to national security and development. In a significant move to boost agricultural productivity and enhance farmers' participation, the Yobe State government has started the distribution of multi-billion naira agricultural equipment, seeds and agrochemicals to farmers in the state. The distribution, which kicked off in 5 local government areas of Zone A, covering 53 wards, is part of the State Agricultural Empowerment Program that will eventually go around the various local government areas. Director General of Media and Press Affairs, the Governor, Mai Mala Buni Malam Muhammad, said the distribution started in Yunusari, Gaidam, Busari, Samua, and Gulani local government areas, benefiting 1,590 farmers. The initiative includes providing male farmers with essential tools such as hand plows, threshers, solar-powered pumps, fertilizers, planters, sprayers, seeds, and agrochemicals. The female beneficiaries received small ruminants to support their agricultural activities. The Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) has announced that more than 44,000 polling and collation agents have been submitted by political parties for the upcoming Edo State governorship election. National Commissioner and Chairman of the Information and Voter Education Committee, Sam Olumekun, who made this known, said the Edo governorship poll is scheduled to be held on September 21, 2024. According to INEC, the portal for submitting agent details, which opened on July 17 and closed at midnight on July 30, saw 44,687 agents uploaded by the 17 political parties participating in the election. This figure represented only 55.6% of the expected 80,410 agents needed for the election. The Edo State governorship poll election will occur across 4,519 polling units at 211 collation centers, including 192 ward centers, 18 local government centers, and the State Collation Center in Benin City. And over to some foreign news. The United States, Egypt, and Qatar have released a joint statement calling on Israel and Hamas to resume negotiations over a ceasefire and hostage release deal. The statement said the three nations had forged a framework agreement that had only the details of implementations left to conclude. Israel said it would send negotiators to the proposed talks, which are penciled in for August 15 in Doha or Cairo, but Hamas did not immediately respond. The renewed diplomatic push will be seen as an attempt to stop regional tensions from spiraling out of control after Hamas leader Ismail Haniyeh was assassinated last week. Iran, blaming Israel, has vowed a response, though Israel has not commented directly on the killing. And then, in sports news, world record holder in the 100 meters hurdle, Toby Amusan, will be back on track later this morning for the semi-finals of the event at the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. Amazon cruised into the semi-finals on Wednesday, running a time of 12.49 seconds to beat USA's Alicia Johnson, who was second in 12.61 seconds, and Janique Brown, third in 12.84 seconds. Amazon will line up against reigning world champion Daniela Williams, USA's Grace Stark, Devine Carlton of the Bahamas, as well as four others in the first of three semi-finals. The first two in each race will automatically qualify for Saturday's final, while the two fastest non-automatic qualifiers will also join them. And that was our news at 10, but just before we go, remember, speed thrills but kills. Please avoid excessive speed. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms: X, Traffic Radio 961, Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch our news and programs live on YouTube, Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website, www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration trained 250 residents in an entrepreneurship mentorship program? Well, you can always get more details on the Lagos State Government website. And to end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. The Lagos State Consumer Protection Agency, LASCOPA, and the Lagos State Traditional Medicine Board, LSTMB, have agreed to set up a joint technical committee to map out strategies to regulate the safe sales of herbal products and traditional practices, particularly on social media platforms. President Bola Tinubu has directed the security agencies to intensify their crackdown on illegal miners, which he called exploiters and scavengers in Nigeria's mining sector. We also told you that the United States, Egypt, and Qatar have released a joint statement calling on Israel and Hamas to resume negotiations over a ceasefire and host aid release deal. In sports, world record holder in the 100 meters hurdles, Tobi Amusan, will be back on the tracks later this morning for the semi-finals of the event at the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. And for contact with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That ends the news broadcast compiled by Abiola Fagbolago. Thank you for listening, Lagos. My name is Mike James. Good morning.